Greetings. Today is the lunar eclipse in Pisces, so a full moon, and especially this full moon in Pisces, that is a lunar eclipse between two Virgo new moons. So this full moon is culminating the energy that began with the new moon in Virgo on, I believe it was August 22nd at 0 degrees Virgo. So we're bringing something to fruition here. Something is being illuminated, something is being revealed, because that is what full moons do. And then that energy of the eclipse adds the dimension to say, and something could be shifting in significant ways. And it will be more so depending on where it lands in your chart, but it's true for everyone. So we can think about today's lunar eclipse in Pisces, and we're going to talk a little bit about self-care and how to make the most of it. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Sunday, September 7th. So the lunar eclipse today is exact at 11:08 a.m. Pacific time at 15 degrees Pisces. So you could check out where that falls in your chart, and of course the house in your chart where that full moon falls is going to be the area of life that is being activated by this full moon. So that might help guide you in thinking about how it impacts you. We also have, of course, this full moon energy that is true for us in the collective. So regardless of your own natal chart, we're all feeling it, right? And so we can talk about, and we do talk here about the energy of this is the soup we're swimming in, right? These are the qualities that are with us, and how can we understand what's going on in those qualities so that we can make the most of it. In this case, we talk specifically about self-care and how to be our best selves, right? How to feel good, but also how to empower ourselves so that we're able to do what it is we're here to do. And Pisces energy is about that bigger spiritual picture. So it's a great time to connect with anything that helps you get beyond your everyday life. Whether that is getting out in nature, right? Doing something special that really helps you connect with a bigger picture, with nature, the natural world, whether that's getting near a body of water or being in the woods or being somewhere where you can connect with the wildlife, the plant life, right? The earth and it's all of its dimensions that can take us into a deeper place of ultimately self-knowledge, right? When we feel our connectedness to that bigger picture, we know ourselves more deeply and more fully. So, uh, touching into that deeper place where you can remember who you are, and that can help inform you about what you need to most effectively take care of yourself. So, great time to do any kind of spiritual practice, whether that's doing a tarot card reading for yourself, or pulling a card, or doing some art, right? Something that helps you get out of your everyday mindset, something that helps you get outside, beyond, above, transcending the cares and worries of your daily life, to connect with that bigger picture. So, art is a great way to do that because it reminds us that we are creative beings. And I think one of the things that this full moon is reminding us of is that we can create here on the earth plane. So we are not just victims or, sort of hapless beings being tossed around by the waves of the universe, right? We're active, engaged participants, or we can be, right? So, what does that look like for you? And how do you take your own essence, your own spiritual truth, and turn that into your ability to create, to make something happen, to manifest something here in your life, your everyday life. So whether that's a project you're working on, some creative work you're doing, or whether that is your, maybe your creative work is in and through your relationships, right? Maybe you're doing some relationship work or healing the past, and that contributes to, the transcendent experience of creating greater health, greater well-being, a greater sense of wholeness, and empowering yourself. So that's part of this as well. So it could be creative work. Could just be stillness, right? So sometimes connecting with our spiritual needs means just not doing. And again, coming back to that deeper place where we remember who we really are and remember our connection to all that is. We are the essence of the earth, the sky, the all of the things, right? They're all right here in our own experience. And we also get to shape our experience here on the earth plane. So I spoke about that yesterday, and I did talk in depth about today's lunar eclipse in yesterday's video. So I recommend that as well if you are just tuning in to understand the energies that we were working with, especially the Pisces Virgo balance and dynamic, and how to think about implementing the bigger picture of whatever spiritual wisdom or guidance is here for you. So we are creative beings. That means we are godlike, right? God is the ultimate creator. I am not a religious person, but, I understand that we are creative beings and that we connect to that bigger picture of divinity that is the source of our physical experience. And so, how we see that bigger picture of the divine coming through us, and where do you need to get out of your own way to let that bigger picture of the divine flow through you? And that might mean listening deeply, right? Might be. I've got here we're almost, right? We're heading getting closer to the end of summer and the beginning of fall, and I hear crickets at night, and just the sound of, as it starts to get dark earlier and you hear the crickets, just listening, right? What is there to listen to? What is there here to help you get out of your ordinary everyday problems? But not just that. It's not about escaping. It's about informing yourself so that you can be an active, engaged participant in the process of creation here in your everyday life. So, whether that is quiet time, whether that is getting out in nature, whether that is doing something you enjoy that is tangible, right? Getting lost in a project, either working on some creative work or just weeding your garden, right? maybe you're starting to harvest some things, putting up some nice harvested produce, processing it, right? It's that time of year, at least in the northern hemisphere. Sorry for those of you who are have an opposite experience of the seasons, but at any rate, thinking about how you can get right to something that is just kind of pleasurable and satisfying, because it's an earthy thing that you can do, but you can also have that feeling of losing your cares and worries in the process. So that bigger picture. And I do have a guided meditation for today's lunar eclipse. It is called How Surrender Supports Creativity. And this guided meditation is all about taking that bigger picture and how to bring it in and through your everyday life so that you are manifesting, right? So that you are a creative, inspired being manifesting the kind of world you want to live in. And let's remember right now, um, we have a lot that we're dealing with. And sort of depending on, what your perspective is on all that and what's impacting you the most, some things might be a bigger deal than others, but, pick your problem and we can easily be overwhelmed by, this is too big to make a difference in. And this is a reminder that you are making a small difference, and that small difference multiplies because right, you're a drop in the ocean. But when every drop does this thing, right, what happens? Like the ocean changes. So think about that. And so what are the little, what are the little ripples you can make from who you are, where you have leverage, who you have influence over, thinking about those little tangible actions that come from that bigger place of guidance and wisdom. This lunar eclipse is an opportunity to work with those energies purposefully and to allow yourself to be guided, to be moved. So the guided meditation, surrender supports creativity, helps you to connect with that bigger picture of the elements and what is there to guide you and what that means for you, and helps you to unlock your own wisdom, your own connection to that bigger picture of belonging, right? That you are worthy of unconditional love and that you have a purpose, and this is your purpose, and this is how you do it. So, connecting to what that is for you, how that feels to have shifts around that. And this lunar eclipse does open up that portal I was talking about yesterday that makes shifts possible. But it only changes if we, are here for it. So if we are, I love the example of pulling the blanket over your head, right? It's too much. I can't deal with it. I'm going to just pull a blanket over my head. Well, that's that is only going to lead you to more experience of needing that blanket. So the tangible baby steps, the action steps, the little things you do, the ways you show up, the qualities you bring into your life, the ways you care for yourself, and how you think about that, all of it makes a difference. I, again, had some fabulous tips in yesterday's video for how to think about bringing more love into your life. So definitely check that out if you missed it. And the guided meditation is $15. I do one for every new moon, every full moon. If you sign up for my member program at the paid level, you get your first guided meditation for free. So that might be something to check out. Transformationalastrology.com is the member site, and the guided meditations are at astrologyheals.com. So I'll put all those links in the description for this video. And just to point out, that guided meditation is there. It's yours to download. Listen to it as many times as you want to give yourself that healing support, that energy, energy reset, and connecting to your own higher powers, whatever that is for you, and helping you to connect to the feelings of positivity and what is true and right for you. So the guided meditation, I'll put the link in the description for this video, and that can support you in working with these powerful lunar eclipse energies. And if you do nothing else, again, take that time to just get quiet, be with nature, in your garden, get yourself lost in something creative, do something spiritual, self care, have that connection time. All right. Thanks for being here with me. Astrologyheals.com is my website. I'm Marina Orms, and I will see you next time with more astrology for unshakable self care. Thanks for subscribing.